Hello, and thank you for coming. And hello, Anne.
Hi. Hi, Melanie.
So just to give everybody an idea of what you're going to cover today,
Yes.
and I'll introduce you. So Anne Botting is the owner of Global Training Institute, and she is going to introduce herself very quickly just when we've finished this. Just a couple of housekeeping things. We're going to be maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Just going to give you a quick run through of how this program works, what courses you can do, how you know if you're eligible, and then where to go from here in terms of actually getting yourself a nice free qualification and some money for your employer.
Yes.
So, Anne, if you would like to introduce yourself, you are the owner of Global Training. How long have you been doing that, and what is your background?
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks, Melanie. Hi, everyone. Looking forward to working with you very soon. Yeah, being an owner here, Global Training Institute, we've been going for 16 years.
That is a long time.
It is a long time. So we've been working with fantastic students just like yourselves for the last 16 years. It has been an absolute delight of journeying with people through their career, and we just have such fun of looking at working with people. They start here and go, where do you want to go? It doesn't matter what your background was, where you've been before, but where do you actually want to go?
And so who's your typical student?
So our typical students is basically mature age workers. So we have got people that, so usually they're over 28 to 60, 65. But right. Yeah, usually have sort of got to a level in their stage of their business, of their working life, where they're either a team leader or are just frustrated and go, I've really got to do something different. And so then we'll come on, become part of the GTI family, and then keep moving through. So yeah, over the years, you're going to meet some of our students in the quick webinar here that have been with us for years and years and years. So many people keep coming back and doing extra qualifications with us and have really moved their careers through management to senior management, having dream jobs now.
Awesome. And you've got to explain along the way how the courses work, aren't you?
Yeah.
Going to school and all that sort of thing.
No. So yeah, there's no, just keep in mind, there's no exams, no essays, and no silly little activities. So when you work with us, we know that you're a real person, got a real life outside of work as well, but you've got some goals and aspirations as to what you might like to do.
Awesome. So because everybody's here to find out how they can get their course for free.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give us some background as to what is this all about? What is this thing?
Okay, so the government has got a program going at the moment called BAC. Okay, and so what it is they've released something like, at the moment, they tried it last year, they've re-justified it a little bit, and anyway, so at the moment they've got a program going for $2.7 billion towards this program.
So that's how much they're paying in wage subsidies.
In wage subsidies. So what it is it allows you to either as a new worker, or if you've been in your role for quite a while, to actually come on, join this program. Your employer is able to claim half your wages back, up to $28,000. Wow, yeah, your boss is going to love you. And then either your course will be totally free to your employer, or your employer will get to pay for it out of their the money they're going to get back for your wages.
So it's going to be free for the employee either way. Yeah,
so either way, it's free to you, and we'll show you that it's great for your boss, good for you, and yeah, just jump on board and do it. So
now, something that though, if I'm an existing experienced person,
yep.
And BAC stands for boosting.
Well, it was called Boosting Apprenticeship Commencement. So
I don't want to be an apprentice though.
No, you certainly don't have to be. You'll come on as a trainee, but most of our trainees, you can have university degrees and be coming on with us. You can have no year 10 and still come on with us. You can have year 12. So we're not worried, and the program's not worried about what your background is until now. They're looking at that you want to upskill and you want to do something different from now.
So I can understand that this theme works for, 18-year-olds that want to do certificate 2 in retail or something like that. But what if I'm already in like a middle management kind of a role? Like, is this still going to work for me?
Absolutely. You'll be joining just everybody else. So one of our newest ones, it's quite funny, he's coming on, Anthony's coming on, and he was a student with us way back in 2007. And he's coming on, he's just got a new management job with a new firm. So he's joining us next week as a new employee, doing another course with us.
So he's doing pretty senior course, I presume.
Oh yeah, so he's doing a very senior course, and yeah, and has been around since way back when he did a first junior course with us a long time ago.
Okay.
So yeah, if you've got previous qualifications, certainly, yeah, you are very welcome and joining everybody else. If you haven't, then that's great too.
So who exactly is eligible?
Okay, so in the whole program, if you work for any business, organisation, or even a local council from any of the states in in Australia, you will likely, and all industries are eligible. So if the
not just traditional trades and construction. We're not just talking plumbers or anything.
No, absolutely not. So we've got people here that are on these programs, and they're from real estate agents, accounting firms, law firms, construction companies, video people. There's all sorts of ranges right across that we've got as students on this program with us. So if you're an Australian citizen, Kiwi, if you've been here more than 6 months, and anyone with PR is eligible for the program, whereby you will receive, your boss gets to get the wage subsidy for you, and you get a free qualification.
And you'll explain the wage subsidy thing.
We'll explain, go into more details. So keep in mind, it is not for just new and junior staff. It is for professionals and experienced staff. So you just can't, I'm very sorry, if you work for a state or a federal government or organisation, you aren't eligible. So sorry if you're like medical, in some of those things that
New South Wales Health or something.
New South Wales Health. Unfortunately, I had to say to some yesterday that sorry, But other than that, come on in. But we've got a quiz at the end of it that you'll be able to do, and you'll be able to run through the short quiz to see if you are eligible or not.
Okay, so there's a few more details in eligibility, but that's covered in the quiz.
Oh yeah, but generally speaking, most people are. But you can be rest assured, run yourself through a couple of quick questions, and you'll know that. Okay, so some of the things about the BAC program. So it started off last year, and then the government have now said it was a good idea, so they've released it with those $2.7 billion worth towards wage subsidies. So far in the program, 20% of the claims are for people over 35. So if you're sitting here going, am I too old for this? Absolutely not. Join everybody else. If you work for a small business, join everybody else, come in for that. So 60% is not traditional trades.
That's interesting, isn't it? So what sort of courses? You're going to explain that in a moment.
So we've got all sorts of certificate 4 and diploma courses, leadership management, project management, but I'll run through those in a moment.
Okay, and this skills shortage note is interesting.
Look at that. There's 184,000 jobs advertised on Seek. Just the other day we went in there, and 54,000 paying over 100 grand. So if you want to update your skills at the moment, because all of our programs are looking at what is needed for post 2020. So, and there is so many new communication skills needed. There's so many new technology skills needed. There's so much new workplace health and safety stuff to know. So if you want to grab one of those $100,000 K jobs, pick up those new skills, join one of our programs, pick up the new skills to be showing people that you are proactive and that you are still in touch with what's happening.
And if you can go to your employer and say, I can get $28,000 wage subsidy, you can probably hit them up for a pay rise or a bonus.
Absolutely. So I'm not saying leaving your current job by any means, but I just know that, look, so many of our students, because we've got thousands of students that we're working with all the time, all around Australia, they will say they are getting new jobs purely because when they get to that, we teach them how to get to the interview stage of how to write those cover letters. And when they're at the interview, what they do, so many come back and tell me that, and I was able to answer the questions that they asked me purely because I've just covered it in my course.
And didn't you have one of the people that wrote into you about the fact that they're just starting a new job because of their course or something?
I get them all the time. So I have the privilege of going through every fortnight before the meetings with the trainers, all of the feedback forms that come in. And so there's a couple, look, this one here. I'm focused on improving my employment position and aiming for a management role. I've just talked to management and this course fits this progression perfectly.
That's cool.
That's so it's just what they need. I commence a new role with a new employer in 3 weeks as a direct result of this course. And these have just come in just this week.
So these are just your current?
These are my current ones that I got to go through this morning, from the last week. I've always questioned my abilities when I started my very course with GTI, but their encouragement and support has now seen me complete 3 diplomas.
There's also, and you're actually going to talk before we finish about how that encouragement and support works, because that's actually quite important.
Yes. And it's the stability of what's happening. When there's no stability out there, our students are just loving the fact that they're doing something, they're positive, they know it'll progress their careers.
So tell us about the courses that people can do.
So
what's a new employee?
So a new employees, if you have been with your new job in a new company, so it's not a promotion in the same company, it's a new job with a new company. So that's a new employee and you've been there less than 3 months.
So you can backdate this if you started 2.5 months ago.
So if you started 2.5 months ago, get in real quick because we need to get you registered for it to be free for you before that 90 days. Okay, so contact us really quickly on that one. So
and if you've upgraded from part-time or casual, there's some potential that you could be counted as a new employee.
Absolutely, yeah. If you're moving from casual to part-time to full-time, just got to check what state you're in, but the kits will show you for that. If you're in New South Wales, then if you've been a casual longer than 12 months, it may not suit because I'll consider you an existing employee, but just check with us over that one. Okay, so these are just some of our really exciting qualifications that are available in nearly every state. So certificate 4s, so if you are fairly new entry or you're just a leading hand supervisor, then look at the Cert 4 sort of level. But otherwise, look at the diploma level if you've been around a while, if you've got lots of experience or you're in management. So, yeah, we've got diplomas of leadership management, business, project management, HR, workplace health and safety, civil construction. So there's a nice wide range that will fit into your role somewhere there.
So most people, if you've been in your job for less than 90 days, you'll be eligible for one of these courses, depending on what your job is.
Yes, depending on what your job is, pick one of these that's going to suit your job, and we'll be really happy because you're going to learn all about as you work through. If you're a new employee, you're going to learn all about the company and the organisation.
So it's a good way to get a quick induction.
Oh yeah, and we'll cover some other good reasons for you as well. But yeah, some nice range of courses there. From our diplomas, just a bit of career path, and while we're looking at all of our diplomas, we then have advanced diplomas, and then we actually have pathways through to university where you can skip a couple of years of uni. It's really cool. Oh yeah, into 3rd and final year of a Bachelor of Applied Management or direct entry into an MBA.
Right, so that's a bit quicker and cheaper way of getting there.
Oh, absolutely, saves $100,000. Yeah, so it saves 3 years of uni and then straight in MBAs. And we've got people. I had Richard ring me last week, and Richard had done a Cert 4 with us, couple of diplomas, his advanced diploma with us, direct entry MBA, so he skipped 3 years of uni, and he rang the other day to say that he has finished his MBA.
That's awesome.
In 2 years. And I was talking to him again today, and he's now got this dream job, and he's putting 4 more of his new employees on the program with us.
That is now, so most of the people that we've invited to this webinar are within the first 90 days of their job.
Yes.
But there are actually some opportunities for people who've been in their job for longer. And so if you're here and you're wondering why you were invited because you've been in your job for longer, it's probably because the industry that you're in. So can we talk about the courses for people who've been in their job for 10 years?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So the government is wanting to upskill you and really sees the value if you're in one of these 3 areas. So if you are anything to do with environmental management and sustainability, the government says that, hey, we really need to be looking at that area at the moment, and they need to be upskilling people. So this is especially really good for if you have got a WHS qualification behind you, because all of your jobs now are WHSE.
This is the E part.
This is the E part, and this is the E for environmental. And be really quick at getting this one if you're in Western Australia and New South Wales, because it's only going to be available until the end of September.
So it's not long at all. It's
not long at all, because at the end, I can only issue out this qualification until beginning of end of September next year.
Right. So the overall program, though, how long does it run for?
So the overall program runs for you, once you come on, is 12 months. If you are a new worker or the other 2 areas, you've got until the end of March for an existing worker to be signed up. And then it goes for 12 months, and your wage rebate goes over the 12 months as well.
Okay, so I'm an existing employee. I've been at my company for 10 years, but I'm in one of these industries on the slide here.
Yes.
I can still get a wage subsidy.
Absolutely. So yes, and we have magical sheets here, and I've got quite a few sheets here that have come in just in this last week. Here's one in Cert 4 in Environmental Management Sustainability, Exista Working. Yeah, so this person's been with their company and for quite a while, and they've got their approval through. This one here's a couple of newbies, a Diploma of Business and a Cert 4 in Project Management Practice there for new people. I've got a civil construction one here, yeah, and workplace health and safety as well for existing workers.
Okay, so do you want to just talk to us about the other two?
Yeah, sure. So the workplace health and safety. Okay, if you have not got your certificate 4 in WHS and you are a safety inspector, a safety supervisor, anything to do with safety, then yeah, apply looking at coming through. Now you
what
can
if you've got a higher level qualification?
If you've got a higher level, that's fine.
So you can still get a wage subsidy even if you've got a degree in safety.
Yeah, if you've got a degree, it won't matter. So long as you do not have the exact certificate 4 in workplace health and safety.
What if you've got the old one, like OHS?
I think you can do this still and get it upgraded.
Okay.
Yeah, so just need to check on that one. But
okay, and so that is regardless of how long you've been in the job,
yep,
what you're doing. If you don't have this exact Cert 4, you can get a wage subsidy.
Get a wage subsidy, and your employer will pay us out, from the wage subsidy, and it's free to you.
Okay, and the last one, civil construction.
Okay, yeah, which is fantastic. We've been working with civil construction for the last 10 plus years. Shane, who you met earlier in the slides, is a civil engineer, but has also been a civil technician and worked his way up through that world. That was his previous background. So if you are a leading hand, a supervisor, a project management or foreman out on site, and you don't have your Cert 4 in civil construction supervision, grab this now. I say to everybody, because we do this all of the time with people all over Australia and those that go and work overseas, to grab it and pop it in your back pocket, because the Cert 4 in civil construction supervision is the qualification that everybody on the Tier 1 projects wants you to have to get on those major projects. So it's the qualification that the HR people understand and all the safety supervisors understand as well. So anyone in that whole industry, if you haven't got it, grab it now, pop it in the back pocket, and know that it will basically recession-proof your job in the future, because you know at any stage you can go and get a job on one of the other projects because you've got your Cert 4 civil.
Because they have to have a certain number of qualified people.
Yeah, they have to have the qualified people. They're looking for it. And then once you're on the job site, you can show how good you are and then quickly jump up again.
Great. Okay.
So great career pathing.
So how does the actual training work?
Okay, all right. So meet Wendy. So Wendy was a student with us way back in 2009. So over that time, she's actually just finished her civil construction management qualification there. She works around lots of oil fields and lots of safety jobs. So she started this when she was with the council, and she's been lots of jobs around the country and has just graduated with us now with a couple of extra diplomas. From 2009 to 11 years later.
Wow.
So we've been around a while, some of our students, and have just really career progressed. So yeah, so it's a one-on-one training program.
So what does that mean? You send them out a PDF and leave them to it?
No, so you have phone calls with your trainer each week, and each fortnightly. So sometime in the week, so we're on might be a Tuesday, and it might be 3 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. Each week you'll have a session with either your trainer or your completion coach.
And by a session, you mean a phone
call?
You don't have to go anywhere.
No, you don't go anywhere. It's a phone call. You have everything's available to online in your laptop. We have really big fat buttons, so it's very simple for you to use. So don't worry about technology or anything. If you don't like to type, we even have things that you can talk and it'll answer your questions. So yeah, there's no exams and no essays, which is pretty cool, and no silly little activities to do in a booklet.
So what sort of activities do you do?
Yeah, so you'll be doing real projects. So if you're doing, for example, project management, all of your assessments say exactly the same thing, based on a project that either A, you've done in the past, B, you're currently working on, or C, here's a construction case study that you can use. So if you've come from a construction sort of industry, you certainly won't be designing wedding dresses or flowers or anything
extra.
That
might be fun.
You'll be doing construction things that you will really relate to. You'll be checking out your policies, procedures and systems. So if you are new to a company, then you're really going to get to know what's in that company. If you're looking at WHS, you're going to be looking at what's current for now, because with BAC happening, there are so many more workplace issues and mental health things, and we do a lot on mental health as well.
With the whole pandemic stuff.
The whole pandemic stuff, yeah, you're really going to be looking into that sort of thing. Everybody just keeps telling us back here, and pages and pages and pages of them from everybody graduating finishing each week, as to how much they've really learned more about for themselves, their work skills, but also personally, things that they can use there.
So are they under pressure to get through it in a particular time?
Well, because the program is going to go over 12 months, you'll find that it's very easily, to be able to be achieved, because it's going to relate to what you're doing at work.
And why is it going to go over 12 months?
Okay, basically over 12 months, because the wage subsidy for your employer goes over 12 months.
So you want to spread it out.
So yeah, so we need to spread it out, and it will be a 12-month course. Because they get half your wages rebated up to $7,000 each quarter.
As long as you're still doing the course.
As long as you're still doing the course. But yeah, so if you finish it, so come on and join us on the program if you wish to actually achieve and get your qualification, like Wendy has here, then because it will really work for both.
Okay, awesome. So, okay, let's get down to the hard bit. How much does it cost?
All right, so our course cost, it will depend as to which state you're in and if you're a new worker or an existing worker, but typically each of the qualifications, depending what you choose, will be between $5,000 and $7,000. Unless you are in New South Wales and you are actually in those first 90 days of your new job, because you will be totally fee-free.
Like as in don't pay anything?
Yeah, your boss won't pay anything, you don't pay anything, so it'll be $28,000 rebated, up to $28,000 rebated back to the boss.
And it costs them nothing for you to do the course.
And it costs them nothing to do the course. So we say thank you very much to the New South Wales government because they will fund your course if you're in New South Wales. If you are in Queensland and you happen to be in the construction industry, we say thank you very much to CSQ, Construction Skills Queensland, because they would love to help subsidise your course. And so it could be like half price sort of things there. And so and you can still get the boosting credit, the BAC Pro wage subsidy.
So worst case scenario, say you had to pay the $5,000-7,000. Who pays that? Okay,
so your employer pays it, but they'll pay a little bit on your enrollment, nothing until it's all approved and we get these magical sheets in. And that they've been able to be approved for the wage subsidy, and they don't get anything. We don't take anything to your enrolments are in and getting going. So you can rest assured that we're not here to take money out of your boss's pocket, and he will keep at least $20,000 for you, and plus there's the extra incentives as well.
So basically, if someone's watching and they want to do a course and they're here in the audience today, they just go to their boss and go, hey, do you want $20,000? All you have to do is let me do a course.
Basically, yes. And we've even got it really simple for you. We've got flyers that you will give to your boss that explains it. And your boss we've got videos, other webinar videos that the boss can come and watch. The boss can chat to me as well. They can come to another webinar to see how it's all explained.
But if you want to give it to them in a single page.
In a single page, we've got it really nice and simple. And your boss just can tick it off, you go and get it organised, and we're up and running on the course.
Okay, so why would I do it? I'm new to my job. What's in it for me? My boss is going to get money, but what's in it for me? All
right, what's in it for you is the fact that all of these people will tell you how much their course has impacted themselves personally and impacted their career and everything extra. So your Wendy's, your Richards and everything extra. So what's in it for you? If you are new to your job in those first 90 days, be quick to organise this because it will help secure your job.
Because I don't know if anyone's noticed, but the economy is a little bit volatile at the moment, right?
It is. So if you've got a new job, if you've ever heard the term last on, first off, this is going to help avoid that for you because your boss is getting a wage subsidy for you for the next 12 months.
So it's going to secure you for the 12 months.
It's going to secure you for the 12 months. And you will actually, the other thing you're going to be able to do is stand out to your employer because you're going to be able to show them that you're keen, you're wanting to progress, you're really wanting to find out about their organisation. You're going to be able to, as you do your assessments, learn more about the organisation. You are just going to have so many opportunities to actually just show what you are worth to that organisation.
What if you've already got some skills, but you just don't have that piece of paper?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's all based on work-based experience and things, you're going to be able to show what you can do from your projects you do at work or access from things that you've got in the past. And you'll be able to answer some questions on your knowledge. and be able to get that done, so that your assessments may be hunting and gathering exercises.
Okay. And what if I want to learn new skills? Is it are you actually going to teach me something new? It's not just sort of tick and flick?
No, definitely not tick and flick, because you will be learning new skills as you go and explore things in your current work. The policies and procedures, plus we've got things on the latest technologies on how to use things. You're going to find emotional intelligence issues. You're going to find out how to communicate with people in today, in that coming out of post-pandemic sort of eras and the new modern workplaces. So yeah, heaps of new skills.
Okay, so that's fine if I'm new. What if I've been there for 10 years already and I'm looking at one of those 3 specialty courses?
Yeah.
Why would I bother?
Okay. You'll get your qualification now, gain it if you haven't got it while the boss is going to pay. So that's going to save you $5 to $7 grand. So yeah, number 1, save yourself some money. Number 2, look, it will advance your career. Just like these guys that have been talking about here. Yeah, do it. Put that skills in the back pocket. Everybody will say it's just the pat on the back. If you've got those skills already, just do the course. It's not going to be that hard for you, and get the pat on the back, get the recognition you deserve. And then literally it will be that piece of paper that you need to get into for those next jobs. So if you haven't got your Cert 4 WHS, grab it, because that's what's now needed out there. If you haven't got your environmental, get it now while you do this ease. And if you need that Cert 4 Civil to know that you can get onto that next job. So you're really doing it to get your packet on the back, get the recognition you deserve, be still able to stand out with your boss and look at your career with them, but also be able to get those next jobs if you need it in the future, if unfortunately something happens. And
this is one of the few opportunities, isn't it, where if most of the time when there's money thrown around for training, for free courses, it's either a loan or you have to be like unemployed or something.
Yeah, and you're going to have everything. But yeah, so this is actually just for you. So yeah, amazing opportunity for both if you are new to a job or if you are in those industries and you've already got a job.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so why would the boss do it though?
Okay, so why is the boss going to agree? Okay, heaps of advantages for the boss. Number 1 is money. I don't know a boss that doesn't love money. Okay, so they're going to save dollars on wages. So on your wages, if you sign up for this program, they're going to get up to $7,000 each quarter. So that's up to $28,000 rebated for you back over the 12 months.
Plus they get a bit more, don't they? It's not just that.
No, there's some extra incentives, payroll taxes, and I think workplace health and safety, and there's potential work recovery thingies. Yeah, there's a few extra things, but they can check that out and they can ask us for those things as well. But as you learn about the course and learn about their business and everything extra, it brings so much more motivation, innovation to their business by having you train.
So don't tell me that actually having trained people is beneficial to a business.
Oh yeah,
just amazing.
Just amazing. So even if your boss hasn't been in the past, this may be the opportunity to show them that yes, you as you're updating, as you're just doing things, will be a great benefit to their business. And if they get to show you and help you move that career progression, it will save on skill shortages as well, because it's hard to get in some areas. So you can get trained, and then it's better to know who you've already got.
So my boss is a grumpy old person, and he is not going to pay out for anything. He's going to go, nah, they're just going to get you to sign up and I'm going to have to pay money and I'm going to be worse off. So how do we solve that problem for the boss who's worried that they're going to end up with a bill that they...
All right, so we have a risk-free guarantee for your boss as well. So he can be assured, and everything that we do not, even though we'll get his approval earlier in his flyer, download the flyer and show him. He can ring me, he can watch all the webinars, but basically he won't be paying us anything if you are new and in New South Wales, but anything ever. But otherwise, if you are an existing worker or you are a new worker in the other states, until we get your approvals through, he won't be paying me anything. Until your enrolment form has come through, he won't be paying me anything. And we also have on all of our courses a 30-day guarantee anyway, that if you come onto the course and you don't like it, then you can withdraw, and I will be paying back the money fully back to your employer.
So even if it's fee for service,
yes,
there's no fees until they're approved and they know they're getting the wage subsidy.
Absolutely. So and literally I wouldn't be here 16 years later still working with students from way back then if we didn't stand behind what we've got here. And so our students are happy, because that's what it's built on, is that people like the Richards and the Wendy's who just keep coming back as their career progresses. So I always talk with our students about two hands. We have our left hand, which is very technical, and you can either become a specialist in your field and do extra qualifications in that specialty field, or you can look at the right hand being your management hand. And so that we work with people in the right hand, people that really want to move their careers further forward. And it doesn't matter where you start, but we'll come in with you and work with you to keep moving up that career path.
So it's why you're not doing the trade type qualifications,
no,
you're doing the career development.
So we do career development. And so, yeah, you'll end up like Richard, that can start back here at a leading hand or a supervisor, and then over the years pick up your experience and then go through and pick up management jobs in working in major companies, Australia-wide or whatever you like. So wherever you want to take your career to, we will sit there and support you to be doing that.
Such a good opportunity. So what do people need to do to get this ball rolling? Okay,
so to get the ball rolling, if you are new, you need to get rolling really quickly, because you've got to get it registered before those 90 days of being with your employer.
So it's 90 days from when?
Okay, 90 days from when you signed your employment agreement with your boss.
So the day that you started in the job.
So the day you started in your new job with your new employer, new company, is the day that the clock starts ticking, and you've got to be registered for the BAC program before your 90 days are up.
So you don't have to get completed the enrolment for the course, you just have to get through the first stage of it.
So get through the first stage. So quickly, number one, go back and work out how long you've been in the job. Okay, and then we have this quick little eligibility quiz. Quickly put yourself through the quiz to make sure that you know that, yeah, you're happy to do that. Okay, then you'll download your flyers for you and your boss. You give one for the boss, one for you. Decide on which course is going to suit you and your job role. So either if you're existing, either in that civil construction, safety, or in the environmental sort of areas. And then if you're new, you get to pick all of those cool courses, project management and leadership management, business. And then you register for the program. And there is a sign up.
So we'll show people how to do that.
Yeah, we'll show you, give you all the contacts, everything you need for there. It's really quite simple. And then you get to start your course with us and join the other students and working with your trainer and your completion coach each week.
So if you want to start with step one, which is doing the quiz, where do we get the quiz from?
Okay, so you can email us at wagesubsidies@globaltraining.edu.au, and we will happily give you the link for the eligibility quiz.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anne. That was really good. I'm sure people have got a lot to think about now. And probably the first question is, oh, what can I do and what can I get? So the quiz is a really good starting point for that, isn't it? To work out, are you eligible?
Yes.
And because there are little different details and, in terms of citizenship and things. So the quiz is the best place to double check all of that.
But just keep in mind, you do not need to be young. No, you don't have to be, have no skills. So yes, you can be older. You can have lots of qualifications. You can already be a professional, and totally experienced. So this program is for you. Check it out definitely, and come and join our students and our family are here at Global Training. And so if you've got somewhere you want to take your career to, and then come on and join.
And if someone just wants to ring up and ask about it and doesn't want it, can you give the phone number?
Yeah, all of our students, so start learning this now, because all of our students, the first thing they have to do is learn our phone number so that you can ring at any stage. So it's 1-800-998-500 is what all of our students know that they can do. As soon as they've got a question, they jump on the phone, talk to us at 1-800-998-500.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Anne.
That's okay. Thanks, Melanie.
I hope everybody enjoyed that. And we'll chat to you as you go through this process.
Yeah, looking forward to having you with us and joining us at graduations, whether they be face-to-face or virtual. And looking forward to working with you on your career.